Jim Duggan, undefeated in his reign as the North American champion, graciously retired the 27 pounds of silver and gold to attack a new challenge, the UWF Championship. The evening began with the retirement ceremony. Jim retired the North American title undefeated as the North American champion. I think there's an old saying in life here, we save the best for last. Jim, a couple of words.
Well, Joel, you know, a long time ago, I never thought I'd be standing out here with 27 pounds gold and silver. There's been some great North American heavyweight champions, and I just wanted to carry on the tradition. But once I got this belt, once I got the support from you people, I knew there was more than just gold and silver in this belt. It's something that's inside of you, and something that makes you drive on. And by God, I'm coming after that UWF title after I retire this one with pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone to know that I accept the custody of this belt for tonight with a great deal of pride, because I'm doing it for each and every one of you, and I want you to know how much we appreciate your support, and that we promise that this is going to be the biggest and the best summer that wrestling has ever had. And if
it's a big enough task to battle Terry Bam Bam Gordy one-on-one, even for a powerhouse like Dr. Death. But with Michael Hayes at ringside, things became even tougher. The entire tournament was packed with excitement. Every match was main event caliber. As it turned out, one of the most pivotal bouts of the night pitted Ted DiBiase against Freebird Terry Gordy. We see Gordy and DiBiase in the turnbuckles. Reverse Irish whips, and 300-pound Terry Gordy squashes Thurl Fergie into the turnbuckle pads. DiBiase sets up Terry Gordy for the power slam. He catches him. Now he goes for the figure four, but watch Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes up to the top turnbuckle, and Ted DiBiase fires him off and sets him up for the figure four. But Terry Gordy is getting up slowly from that power slam. DiBiase is hurting Michael Hayes, but he might have left himself a little bit immobile with Terry Gordy in the ring. DiBiase tries to get up, but Hayes has his leg, and Gordy catches DiBiase with a short clothesline right to the throat. This sets up Gordy's patented pile driver. He is very punishing with this, and DiBiase gets his head drilled straight into the mat. DiBiase's neck was hurt from that, which set up Gordy for a crucial victory. The next match featured Hacksaw Duggan against Kamala. Ted DiBiase came to the ring to second Duggan against the big Ugandan, even though he was still feeling the pain of Gordy's pile driver. Before the bout, Akbar made an offer to Teddy, asking him to return to Devastation Incorporated.
You better think $25,000, and all you people in Houston are out of work. So here's the way it's going to be, Teddy. $25,000, and you come back to the General where you belong. I'll make it $50,000. Of course I'll make it $50,000. You're on, Teddy.
DiBiase was still hurt from Gordy's pile driver, but he stayed at ringside for the entire match. Duggan and Kamala had a classic battle. Duggan was put in a big predicament when Kamala threw him into the ring post. Duggan, even though badly lacerated, fought on. Earlier, it looked as if Ted DiBiase had accepted Skandar Akbar's $50,000 offer, and the fans in Houston thought Duggan was in for big trouble when Akbar told Teddy to load up the glove and go for Duggan. But watch what happened. So it came down to the finals. Hacksaw Jim Duggan against Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Duggan had been through the ringer against Kamala, but he was fired up for Gordy. Fans were fired up too, as Hacksaw and Bam Bam got set to hook it up. But then, as a total surprise to everyone, the one-man gang showed up.
I would be the new UWF champion right now, because I can beat that man, I can beat that man, and I know I can beat this man. Hey, gang, if you're looking for me, if you want me, make your move.
Well, this is a move that shouldn't be made, and Hacksaw Duggan is still suffering from a cut on the head that he received in his last match. And as he takes after the one-man gang, this crowd here is in a tremendous uproar as they roar for Hacksaw Duggan. But Duggan is up against a man who is more than 400 pounds.
Yeah, a lot more than 400 pounds, and Duggan has he may have made a terrible mistake here. He's getting ready to go for the finals for the tournament. And the one-man gang, and they're battling on the concrete, and I don't like it down here. It's a little bit close for me.
Gentlemen, please clear the aisles and return to
Hacksaw
your
Duggan
seats.
has just clobbered one-man gang who is down on the concrete floor, and he is ready to go. All of a sudden, a turmoil here at the Sam Houston Coliseum, winding up a tournament that has gone remarkably rapidly, and 3 hours and 20 minutes of it so far, and Duggan is having trouble again with the cut that he received on his head. Was clobbered, but
Duggan has lost a lot of blood.
Duggan is up there ready to fight. He knocked that one-man gang clear across the ring and out underneath that bottom rope. A solid path for him to travel, and we've got a two-fisted one-man gang that clobbered again.
Duggan was badly injured by the ring post when the one-man gang attacked. Watch in slow motion as Duggan's head hits a bolt in the post. Duggan lost a lot of blood. Even so, he wanted to have the match. Duggan had fought hard to make it to the finals, and he didn't want to lose his opportunity at the championship. With those thoughts in mind, Grizzly Smith, Paul Bosch, and I all agreed to give Duggan 5 minutes of injury timeout to continue the bout. Gordy and Hayes were livid. They wanted a forfeit.
We're going to give him 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all we want. 5 minutes. He gets 5 minutes.
Duggan returned to the ring and fought Gordy tooth and nail. But Michael Hayes was at ringside, and the stipulations were no disqualification, one fall to a finish.
Side of the ring, he has come in now, and what a climax to a sensational tournament. And here is Duggan. Duggan is ready. He is set to go. And Duggan through the rope, not over the rope, through the rope, but there are no disqualifications there. And the referee trying to keep Gordy away. And here is Michael Hayes.
That's sickening.
Giving his grand chance.
Oh! He's been on the floor. Hayes has posted him. He has been battered from the one-man gang, and now the pile driver. And it's over, and we got the new Universal Wrestling Federation champion is Terry Gordy.
After the match, the Freebirds had a celebration and made a few comments.
Hey, nobody stops us.
That's right,
We can
man.
rock and roll, we can wrestle, and we do look good.
Well, man, you may
I
have...
want to ask you something. What is bigger than the world? Tell me what's bigger than the world.
Universe.
That's right, brother. As you're looking at it, you're looking at the Universal Wrestling Federation champion right here, man. And it's a day. It's a day.
In the other dressing room, things were not as jubilant. You can see why Duggan suffered such a loss of blood as we look at the deep gash on the left-hand side of your screen. There probably isn't another athlete in the world that would have gone on under those circumstances. Hacksaw Duggan made a gallant effort. We'll take a look at the new UWF champion next week, and we'll be back with Terry Taylor against Buzz Sawyer for the UWF television title right after these messages.
Hey, come on, with the general right in front of us. We're beating people left and right, and whoever gets in our way, you can be assured you're going to get hurt. And hey, how can the UWF have a tournament? They invited people all over the country, but somehow my invitation got lost to the tournament. Well, let me tell you something, UWF. You, whoever's in charge of this, cost Jim Duggan that title. And believe me, Duggan, it's not finished between me and you by a long shot. I should be the champion right now. I should be wearing that belt, traveling the country, making the big bucks. So, Duggan, you're going to pay because it's your fault that my invitation to the tournament got lost. I know you tampered with the mailbox. I know you stole it from the mailman some way. So you're going to pay. I'm going to break one of your arms. I'm going to break one of your legs, Duggan. You run roughshod in the UWF long enough, and the gang's putting a stop to it very soon.